Hello everyone and a warm welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I don't know why Active Sky is not doing its thing. I did update the come here. Where are you? Active Sky. We will refresh the weather. I mean, it is like the clouds and that are fine, but I mean, there are snow on these mountains. Problem is if I use X-Enviro, this is all ice. Like, it's just X-Enviro needs a thing. Welcome to you haven't seen me. I've got this cold dark tied down. Welcome to the Thranda BN2A Islander. This was a birthday present from Kitster and Cindy. Because they got me an Xplane.org store gift card. So they said pick out whatever you want. I had a Caribou originally in my, this will be a bit longer video, in my cart for a while. But then I went and, you know, it's like, well, let's look at what's on sale and that. And there were two. I'm like, an Islander. I've never flown an Islander, really, that I can recall. Maybe back in FS9 or something I did, or P3D, I'm not sure. But, I mean, it's been a minute. And I saw one from Nimbus. Nimbus has had good reviews from people on that. And I saw that there was another one. I think it was like $1 more or $2. So I'm like, well, let's see what that one is. Well, instant in the cart, done. Caribou, bye-bye. This is a Thranda BN2A. Yes, I have a soft spot for Thrandas. I'm going to show you how to start this thing up, hopefully. First, we will get the tie downs off. We will close the doors. They do all open and everything else like that. And that's that. Okay, so here we go. So we start down here. We want the two generators on, the nav light and the rotating beacon. Passenger sign lights on because we are getting ready to start. I can go there. Let's close that. I don't have any camera view set up for this. I just got this on my birthday like a couple of days ago, so I'll put you to there. You to there. Start engine 2 typically first on it, so get the mags on and oh, I know why. Get you up, crack you a bit. That always helps. Fuel. Yes, all these do work, including in the passenger cabin. You can configure it for cargo if you like. I'll go over the panel. I'm just going to let that run for a minute. So these are backwards. Maybe not. The carb mixture. It is right in that zone, so I'm going to get the carb heats on. That'll help a bit. So suction gauge here, clock here, carb mix temp. 1018 is the current altimeter here. And of course you've got your main gauges for cylinder head temp, oil pressure, fuel pressure, etc. Needles are overlapped. Manifold pressure, your communications as to what you're going to be monitoring. We'll do nav1 too as well. I do have a flight plan I just put in. It's very simple. Going here from my former home airport of Chilliwack. Not that I'm a real world pilot, but this is where Chris's plane often was parked. And we'd fly out of here, and I used to live out here in the valley. So used to come down here quite often, actually. And that's good. So now we can get that off. We'll get the fuel pump on for here, and you see the amps jump. And the mag's on, and we have 2 good starts. Parking brake is on. Car peaks are on. I will lean this a bit to get the temps up. And so there you go. That is how you start this thing up. These all pop out. 0, 5, 2, 7. Gained more subscribers while I was away. Well, not away, but I was moving. And we'll put you on standby for now. I'm going to leave for now. We got you in GPS mode and GPS mode. Quite lovely. We can get the fuel pump off on the left-hand side now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to warm us up. And you'll get to see the whole flight. We are going into runway 8 right at Vancouver International. Very simple flight plan. Chilliwack, Vancouver VOR. Then I'm going to do the downwind out on about a heading of 265 on the outbound radial from the Vancouver VOR. And we will go down and fly it out about 10 miles or so. And then I will turn it back in, activate the approach, and we will see if she can do an ILS approach into runway 8 right at Vancouver International. Don't forget to smash the like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the whole thing. We're agenda free. If you'd like to help support the channel, X-Plane gift card, PayPal, either one works. One-time donation. If you do PayPal, please do include your YouTube username so I can give you a shout out in a future video. You will also find a link to my Discord down there when you click show more. It is free to join always. And you will also find out where you can get this aircraft. As I said, we're agenda free. I don't care if you buy this aircraft or not. I'm just here to show you it. And you get to see the inside of it and see her fly and do a flight. This video will be about an hour long. You know, but I am going to show you the entire flight. And the other thing with these, do not let these go below 3. This is your main fuel tanks. This has tip tanks. I also have the de-ice kit equipped to the aircraft, so I do have boots on the leading edge. And it does have prop de-ice as well. And this aircraft is prone to icing, from what I am told. So we can get that up now. Here we go. I'm going to let the engines continue to warm up and get the oil temps up and all that. And I will bring you back when we are on the runway. Thanks for flying along with me. Oh, by the way, my computer specs are down there too. If you want to see how your computer may stack up. Everything for me is on high, except render distance is on maximum. These are all part of the default scenery. I don't have an add-on. SimHeavern, Auto Ortho, Active Sky are all in use. We are on live time and live weather. Global Forest is also installed as well. Thanks for flying along. We'll see you on the runway. And here we go. We got the temps up and all that, so that's cool. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't cloud over too much. I got that up because I'm going to be using that in a minute. There we go. Fuel pumps are on. Landing lights are on. Passenger sign, seatbelt and all that are all strapped in and everything else like that. Here we go. That's up and away. Navigation. Critical speed, no. Not up 2100. 800 will do fine, thank you. There we go. And there we go. Flaps clean. Why are you disconnecting the autopilot just because I removed the flaps? Normal climb speeds around, I usually try to target around 114 or so. 80 is fine. It's perfectly happy there as well. Altimeter change to 1019. There we go. And now I can pull this back a bit. That's tracking the Vancouver VOR. You back a little bit, and everything else is fine. What are the temps looking like? Yeah, it is around 4 Celsius. As I said, this does have de-ice. Hopefully we won't need it. 110 or so, like that's a... I'll live with that climb rate for sure. Flaps are up. We can get the fuel pumps off now. There we go. We got 10, so we can burn 7 in that, and then we'll switch to the tip tanks. There you go. I can't see the button for that one. Yeah, I can't see them on that side, but as you see, they do turn on. And of course, the ones on our side do as well. This window really freaked me out. I kept thinking I had it open when I first was sitting in the aircraft. When I first loaded it the first time. Lean you just a bit, not too much. And now you see she's sort of settled into that 80, 88 kind of thing, which is typical climb speed for this aircraft. And we'll go outside. Now we got some snow. That's more like it. And we're flying direct to the Vancouver VOR. Luckily, I never usually have to look up frequencies for this area because I used to be an ATC controller here back in the East Skyworld days. So I was actually Vancouver Center and then Western Canada ATC chief at one point. Ah, beautiful. As I said, we are on live weather and live time. And we're using Active Sky for XP12. And SimHeavern and Ortho are installed as well. She always looks like she's going to stall. And as you see now, she is lowering the nose. As long as you have a capture altitude set, you use vertical speed, it will level off at that altitude. And now I want to get you back. Around 21, 22, that's good. Same for you, both sides, there we are. That should get us around 140 knots. Keep monitoring the fuel. As I mentioned, a horn will go off when it approaches, like, I think it starts at 5. The horn goes off. So your de-icing is here. We haven't gone through any clouds really, although there is some mist, and we are in that danger zone. I will go into outside view in a minute and look. Your lights are all here, including your beacon, cabin, and passenger lights. You control the brightness here for your panel. Trims are here. Carb heats are here, and your parking brake is there. I typically don't play with the trim a heck of a lot. I set it to basically sort of neutral-ish kind of thing, and that's it. And I kind of leave it. If I was to fly it totally manually, obviously I would be playing with it. It also adjusts the tail trim at the same time. Altitude reporting should be on. Not that I'm on that sim, but... And as I said, settles into a nice 140 knot. So this is not the fastest aircraft in the world. Okay, but as any pilot that flies in the Caribbean especially will tell you, it may not get you to where you want to go, you know, like a Dash 8 or something like that. But it will get you there, guaranteed. And it'll get you into some places that some aircraft just would have a hard time. You can switch the livery or the tires and everything else like that on the fly. Go down to miscellaneous. You can change the windows to a bubble. That's for the passengers, which is handy if they want to take photographs, obviously. You can enable the de-ice boots or enable them right there. Pilots, I'm not really, I don't know. I don't see pilots and co-pilots. Maybe I've got something set wrong or something, I don't know. You can switch the tires as well. So, I'll take you outside quick. As you can see, I've got the normal landing on a tarmac tire. But I can switch them to Tundra tires if I need to land on grass or gravel. And I can do it in the air. Now, obviously, you can't do that in real life. But it does come with a bunch of liveries that you can do. These are all default liveries. I kind of like the blue and white one. It's North Star. And the panel, this is completely customizable. I could move these and put them here. Get rid of one of these if I actually wanted to. I wouldn't want to. But I could do that and put this stack in here if I wanted to. And move these over there going, I don't really need to see you all the time, but this I do type thing. This does support the, is it X-Reality TDI GTN 750 and the 650. It does have the bezels. You might need to install them into the panel config yourself. I'm not sure. I don't own the Reality 750. Flight 1 software, just that's who they use, and they don't like me for some reason. They didn't like me back in the FSX days and that either. But yeah, it's fine. I'd be perfectly honest with you. I'd like the option to just put in some Bendix radios and a second ADF, like a direction, like 2 direction finders. Put a 2-pack here, 2-pack over there, kind of thing. I'm perfectly fine flying VOR, you know, to NDB, to VOR. I used to do it with Alaska Winds virtual airline all the time up in Alaska. I'm perfectly happy with that. Fuse panel is over here. We'll get the Yoke back in. Boom. Your fuses are all over here, and they all do pop out, and it will initiate a failure if you do the wrong one, just so you know. And this does have headset simulation, so now it sounds like you've got a headset on. And that's about it, really. You know, there's your clock. It's dead ahead. That's Vancouver VOR 265, and I've got about 265 in there for the most part. This is mostly because of the wind that's flying this heading. There is a bit of wind. It's not brutal at all. Not sure, but I'm going to put that on just for a second. Safe side. And the prop heater for a second. As you see, we're not anywhere near the carb temps and all that. The mixture of the fuel being too cold, so it's doing well there. As long as I stay, but like these don't keep coming down. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so let's go outside. I can get those down a bit. There we go. Lovely sunset approach into Vancouver. If you keep going up this thing, you'll end up in Salmon Arm, which is lovely. There's also a Royal Vancouver Yacht Club up there. It's like an outpost kind of thing. I think it's primarily busy in the summertime. Of course, it's a Royal Yacht Club, so you've got to be a member. And that's not cheap, and you've got to be sponsored to get in. A member has to recommend you, and that doesn't mean you will get recommended. Kind of like that it's got snow on the highway. You know, they kind of salt them in that stuff, but yeah. It has been, today was the warmest day we've had in probably 10 days. And snow is still on the ground, kind of like this as well, where it's sort of patchy. Some it's burned off a lot. This is very realistic as to how the city looks. Even with active sky, the atmospherics are not bad at all. And no, I didn't forget to pull the gear up. The Islander does not have retractable gear. Hence, it can't hit the speeds of a twin otter and that. You've got this drag out there. But it's fine. It's perfect for sightseeing. It's got pretty good sights. And that is the Morse code for YVR. And I'll take you off now. It shouldn't be picking up the ILS yet. Okay, well that's annoying. I'll make sure to put that back on when you come in or something. She's fairly fuel efficient. On longer flights, you know, unless you can get up and you're not really worried about the you know, getting icing and stuff. I'm sure you could lean it pretty good. But at lower altitudes, she sucks some fuel. I will be on the tip tanks before we land. We haven't even hit the Vancouver VOR yet, so yeah. And what do we have now? Let's tune. Let's take a look at Vancouver's weather. 1019 as well. +5 Celsius. I don't know why the snow went away. Kind of a really weird thing. Let me reload the weather. There is still snow out here, just so you know, in real life. I don't know why it all of a sudden got rid of it. And then it'll come back. Who knows? But, using real-world weather, it had no snow, and I can assure you, these mountains have snow on them. I know, I can posted screenshots in the Discord from my balcony, looking at the mountains, and there's snow. Matter of fact, Grouse Mountain kind of thing over here. There's a ski, I don't want to call it a resort, but you know, there's a ski hill there with chairlifts and a gondola up to the top and all that. Dang expensive. And if you think you're going to save money going, well, I don't ski, you're still going to pay $50 for the gondola ride up kind of deal. They might have discounts if you're local. Don't quote me on it. Sun going down early. Might be a night landing. Like I said, she is not the quickest aircraft in the world, but she'll get you there. We're getting kind of close there, right? You should be landing always on your tip tanks, not on the mains. Landing speed is around 80 knots. with full flaps. The flaps themselves are not notched. Excuse me. They're a continuous flap. So on my yoke, I can go from up to full flap just by holding the button down on my yoke. And it will put the flaps down and just keep putting them down. So it's not a thing like where you've got flaps 1, flaps 2, flaps 3, or predefined like flaps up, flaps approach, flaps landing. It's not like that. They're a progressive flap. You can set them to whatever deflection that you want. What is this thing? Oh, another co-pilot's airspeed indicator. Yeah, it's doing good. It's not bad. You know? How far? 8 miles. See, to go 8 miles takes 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes. So, yeah. Like I said, not the quickest. Get you to 3. Excuse me. Don't need to do it yet, but just get it set up. 109.50, 109.50. And the identifier is IVR. There we go. It has switched over. So this doesn't have a DME, sadly. I really miss aircraft that don't have a DME, so I know how far out I am. Your indicator for your ILS for the glide slope is here. It always makes it appear that you're above. It's kind of weird. Runway headings 259, isn't it? Or sorry, I'm landing on the 8083. I think that'll do. And now the snow's back. See what I mean? They gotta fix this. They really, really do. Now, I don't know if that is an active sky thing. It's an XP12 thing. Or not. That's telling me it's an active sky thing. But now you can see the mountains with the snow on them, the way it should be. My headset is crackling like crazy. I think I've got a loose wire. Sorry if that is coming through in the video. Very strange. Ah. And of course you can't see the city, which is ridiculous, and I have draw distance at max. Until you zoom right in. That is so pathetic. Come on, Austin, you gotta do better, man. Like FS9 didn't have that problem. P3D version 3 didn't have that problem. It's ludicrous. And I have my settings for rendering distance at maximum. I can't turn it up anymore. Did I do something I wasn't supposed to? Oh, I know why. Go to heading. Because it has a vector, it's just going to go. Because it's a thing, and I did not. Procedure. There we go. No, that's not doing it either. Okay, go back. Never mind. That's on me for slow us down so we don't get the airframe into an overstressed position. I should have activated the approach when I or heading mode, because it did have vectors. It's interesting that it picked up the inside airspace, I know. But it should have gone to tab P, if anything. But that's fine. We'll take it out just a little bit. And then we should be fine. That's my bad. Don't blame the aircraft for that. Ah, lovely sunset approach into Vancouver. Nothing better. Now, that's not to say San Francisco, etc., and all that doesn't, you know, rate up there either. Or Oakland, San Diego, you know, at sunset, assuming the fog hasn't closed in. Well, the ocean effect fog that just comes and goes at all hours and times of the day, even though it's like 80 degrees out. It's the strangest thing. And a very dear friend, Mike McSlammin, who's a real world pilot, he goes, that's totally real. He goes, it happens all the time. He goes, it just, the winds are right, the humidity's right, the temperature, the direction is right, and fog appears out of the blue. Even though the sun is shining and it's warm out and everything else, and you think, why is there fog? The temperature is the same today as it was last week and a month ago. It just happens. It even happens in summertime. It's so strange. Okay, and now I am going to do 2000. And I'm going to cut it off a bit. I'm going to go to tab P. And the altimeter has not changed, so that's good. Mixture to full rich. $2,700 is the maximum sustained RPM. I'm putting the flaps in early, and I am a little fast, but I didn't put them all the way out. There we go. And now I'm going to make the turn. Trim. Trim. Perfect timing. The horn would have went off in a minute. You weren't doing that before. I will pull some more flaps in. And we'll bring the heading over more. And that will bring me over. I don't know what that thing's tuning. Anyway, I don't need them. Oh, have I got marker? Is there a marker switch on there? Or something? Huh, interesting. It won't even stay on. And I'll get ready to switch those over to Yoke. Let's get you over here. Just a little more. That's where we're going to, but this is fine. Wish this thing shrank, like you could resize these things. Kind of makes you think you can, but it's so fidgety. To Yoke. And once I see that needle move, I am going to turn it to nav mode, and we will see how she does on an ILS. This is a sort of short final, if you will. I don't have all the flaps in, so we've still got room to play. Here we go. I don't know if that's X-Plane doing that or Thranda. And flaps full. Approach. Now, I had us deliberately lower than what we should be at this point. So, I'm not expecting that to do anything like switch over and all that and show any indication different. Landing light should still be on because we were below 10,000. We are at flaps full. Tip tanks are looking good. Do not need to worry about the landing gear. I just want to see what this does. It's too hard to read down there. There we go. Now approach went from italic to bold. It has the localizer and the glide slate. Thing is, this makes me think I'm high. Might want that on. It's in that danger zone. Absolutely beautiful place to fly into at sunset. Or sunrise. Well, unless you're facing, landing on the 8s, in which case you're going to get blinded. Snow went away again. You can see the lighthouses and the beacons all working. And that Cole Harbor, the cruise ship terminal, Cole Harbor, water aerodrome is over there. It's flying us in straight and level. And now the snow's I give up. I have no idea what that is. That's the first time I've heard it. Looks great with the ships. I have no idea what you're doing. Please report to the harbor master for a blood test and a breathalyzer. Please. Says I'm high. This kind of says I'm high, but that light is always there. I don't think it works. I'm quite happy at this altitude. truth be told, on this. And approach mode off. My aircraft. See if we can get 2 whites, 2 red. There we go. Around 88 knots, that's good. Carb heat off. It will, if I need to do a go around, it'll be stealing a ton of power. I don't have icing, I can tell by my manifold pressure, so. Come on, baby, give me another good landing. I've done pretty good lately with landings. A little bit of pitch up. Lose some speed. Not too much. I don't want it out of whack. Little left rudder, that should take all that zigzagging out. Right around 88 knots, very nice. I'm happy with that. Oh yeah. Nose down a little hard, gotta admit, but I'll take it. And we'll just roll out. This video's been long enough. This is a default airport, so there you go. The BN2 Islander from Thranda. From cold and dark to a full stop landing at Vancouver International. The whole flight, other than I cut out part of the taxi. If you enjoyed it, folks, don't forget to smash the like, the share, the comment, subscribe, ring the bell. You get notified. My videos go live. I make a community post, which I tend to do at least once a week or so. Click show more. Links to where you can get the aircraft should you wish to have it for yourself. I don't care if you buy it or not. This isn't sponsored. I don't do sponsored content. We're agenda free. It's not the Home Shopping Network. I'm not trying to sell you anything. You'll also find links to where you can get your own auto ortho and XRAS and Avitab and all that kind of stuff. As well as a link to the Discord. It is free to join. Links to how you can support the channel are down there as well. If you use the PayPal one, please include your YouTube username. If you would like a shout out in a future video, my computer specs are there as well. My name's David. It's been my pleasure to take you on this full flight in the Thranda BN2 Islander. It's different. It's definitely a different aircraft from what I was feeling. 88 knots, man, that's just too slow for me. Well, I'm going to try do a landing next time at like 105 or something like that. Like, I just can't do that. Me and 80 knots approach speeds. 88, just, no, too slow. Anyways, have yourself a great weekend, everybody. Valentine's Day weekend as well. It's an almost full moon out there as well. If it's got a clear sky, maybe go for a walk with your, this is an X-plane thing. I've got the carb heat on. There's no way to have carb icing. Anyways, until the next time, folks, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies, on the rails, and on the road. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. God bless. We'll see you soon.